गुड मॉर्निंग। आई वेलकम यू इन दिस सेशन। और इस सेशन के अंदर हम डिस्कस करने वाले हैं एथिक्स पेपर 4 के मॉडल आंसर्स को। तो आज के सेशन का जो पहला क्वेश्चन है, हाउ कैन लिबर्टी एंड ऑब्जेक्टिविटी बी फॉस्टर्ड एमंग द सिविल सर्वेंट्स, गिव योर सजेशंस। तो लिबर्टी और ऑब्जेक्टिविटी जो है ये सिविल सर्वेंट्स के अंदर कैसे फॉस्टर की जा सकती है, इसके लिए हमें सजेशंस देना है। To establish an efficient and transparent administration, it is crucial for civil servant to embody the principle of openness and fairness. तो सिविल सर्वेंट्स को एफिशिएंट और ट्रांसपेरेंट एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन करने के लिए सिविल सर्वेंट्स के अंदर जो सिद्धांत हैं खुलेपन के, ओपननेस एंड फेयरनेस, किसी भी चीज़ को फेयर तरीके से, ओपन तरीके से करने का, in their professional behavior, and to inculcate these values we need to take certain steps. तो सिविल सर्वेंट्स के अंदर जो लिबर्टी है और ऑब्जेक्टिविटी है, इसको कैसे फॉस्टर किया जा सकता है। तो सबसे पहले तो उनके अंदर ये सिद्धांत होना चाहिए ताकि वो चीज़ों को ओपनली और एक फेयर तरीके से करें। तो जो इनकलकेट करने के तरीके हैं वो पहला है कंटिन्यूस ट्रेनिंग इनिशिएटिव। तो सबसे पहले उनको अच्छे तरीके से ट्रेनिंग प्रोवाइड करनी है। डाइवर्सिटी इन वर्क एनवायरनमेंट, तो उनका जो वर्क एनवायरनमेंट है उसमें कई सारी डाइवर्सिटी होनी चाहिए। परफॉर्मेंस असेसमेंट जो है वो होना चाहिए, उनके परफॉर्मेंस का असेसमेंट होना चाहिए। फिर ट्रांसपेरेंसी मेजर्स किस तरीके से लिए गए हैं। फिर पीयर रिव्यू सिस्टम, जो भी वो काम करे उसका रिव्यू होना चाहिए। और एथिकल कमिटमेंट्स। फिर पब्लिक इनपुट, ये सारी चीज़ें जो हैं होने से जो ऑब्जेक्टिविटी है और लिबर्टी है वो सिविल सर्वेंट्स के अंदर आएगी। तो कंटिन्यूस ट्रेनिंग इनिशिएटिव में अगर हम देखें तो ऑनगोइंग ट्रेनिंग प्रोसेस एम्ड एट इंस्टिलिंग लिबरल वैल्यूज and impartial decision making plays a pivotal role. Workshops focusing on real life scenario illustrating the impact of biased choices on society serves as valuable learning experience. तो continuous training जो है वो बहुत ही important role play करती है। फिर डाइवर्सिटी इन वर्क एनवायरनमेंट, तो encouraging diversity within civil services fosters the spectrum of viewpoint, nurturing a more open-minded approach and fostering objective decision making. Performance assessment, introducing performance criteria that recognize objectivity and ability to make unbiased decision. तो परफॉर्मेंस असेसमेंट जो है वो होना चाहिए कि किस तरीके से काम कर रहा है। इंट्रोड्यूसिंग परफॉर्मेंस क्राइटेरिया दैट रिकॉग्नाइजेज ऑब्जेक्टिविटी एंड एबिलिटी टू मेक अनबायस्ड डिसीजन। ट्रांसपेरेंसी मेजर्स, तो इम्प्लीमेंटिंग सिस्टम्स लाइक राइट टू इंफॉर्मेशन दैट होल्ड्स द सिविल सर्वेंट्स अकाउंटेबल एंड डिस्करेज सब्जेक्टिव डिसीजन मेकिंग। Peer review system, subjecting decisions to peer review before finalization ensures objectivity and fairness. Ethical commitment, reinforcing regular pledge, emphasizing the significance of impartiality and objectivity and openness. Public input, seeking public feedback on the conduct and decision of civil servants help maintain their connection to citizens' need and perception. Conclusion की अगर हम बात करें तो promoting openness and fairness among the civil servants is essential for establishing trust and efficacy in governance. Continuous self-reflection, training and public engagement are vital tool in fostering their principles. Moving to the next question, explain the role of emotional intelligence for good governance and administration. तो इमोशनल इंटेलिजेंस का क्या रोल होता है एक अच्छे प्रशासन के लिए, गवर्नेंस और एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन के लिए? इमोशनल इंटेलिजेंस का क्या रोल होता है? तो इमोशनल इंटेलिजेंस refers to the ability to perceive, understand, manage and regulate emotions. तो ability to perceive, understand, manage and regulate emotions, its application is crucial for effective governance and administration in the following ways. Effective decision making. Individuals with high emotional intelligence can discern and understand their own emotions and those of others. So, individuals with high emotional intelligence can discern and understand their own emotions and those of others. तो डिसीजन मेकिंग करने में जो है इमोशनल इंटेलिजेंस बहुत ही कारगर होता है. This understanding helps in making decisions that consider the impact on various stakeholders, promoting fairness and inclusivity in governance. Conflict resolution. तो emotional intelligence aid in managing conflicts and disagreements more constructively. Administrators with high emotional intelligence can navigate conflict diplomacy, seeking resolutions that consider the emotions and perspective of all involved parties, which is crucial for maintaining stability and cooperation. Leadership and team dynamics. Leaders with high emotional intelligence are adept at inspiring and motivating team. They understand the emotions of their team members, creating an environment of trust, collaboration, and open communication, resulting in more effective and efficient governance. Stakeholder engagement. So administrators with emotional intelligence can engage with stakeholders more effectively. They empathize with they empathize with concerns and need of diverse group, fostering better relationship and understanding between the government and people. Stakeholders engagement. फिर adaptability and resilience. तो emotional intelligence enables individuals to adapt to the changing circumstances and remain resilient in face of challenge. In governance, this quality is essential for handling unexpected situation and crisis effectively without succumbing to the panic or making hasty decisions. Ethical decision making. Emotional intelligence contributes to ethical decision making by considering the moral implication of choices. Administrators with high emotional intelligence are better equipped to balance competing interests while uploading ethical standards in governance. Emotional intelligence is a critical trait for administrator or leader in governance, as it enables them to navigate complexities, manage relationship, make informed ethical decision and create an environment conducive to effective governance and administration. तो इमोशनल इंटेलिजेंस जो है एक क्रिटिकल ट्रेट है फॉर एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर्स एंड लीडर्स in governance, as it enables them to navigate complexities, manage relationships, make informed and ethical decisions, and create environment conducive to effective governance and administration. Moving to the next question, what is the role of social influence in public administration? Elucidate with example. तो सोशल इन्फ्लुएंस का पब्लिक एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन पर क्या इम्पैक्ट पड़ता है? एलुसिडेट विथ एग्जांपल. इम्पैक्टिंग डिसीजन मेकिंग, policy implementation and public perception. Here's how it influences and shapes public administration with some example. Policy adoption and implementation, public opinion and decision making, community engagement and participation. public opinion and decision making, community engagement and participation, administrative behavior and ethics, crisis response and communication. तो सबसे पहले हम देखें पॉलिसी एडॉप्शन एंड इम्प्लीमेंटेशन. तो सोशल इन्फ्लुएंस कैन sway policy makers decision regarding with the policies to adopt, how to implement them. For instance, public outcry and social movement advocating for environmental conservation can influence administrators to enact strict environmental policies or allocate more resource to conservation efforts. Public opinion and decision making. Public administration often consider public opinion when making decisions. Social influence through social media, or advocacy group can shape public opinion, thereby impacting the decision made by administrators. For example, widespread public support for healthcare reform can influence the administrators to prioritize and initiate healthcare policy change. Community engagement and participation. Social influence encourages community engagement and participation in governance. Initiatives like town hall meeting, public forum, or participatory budgeting leverages social influence to involve citizens in decision making process. This engagement influences administrative decisions by incorporating citizens' input. For instance, a multi municipality might involve resident in decision in deciding the allocation of fund for community development project based on their inputs and preferences. अगला है एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव बिहेवियर एंड एथिक्स. तो सोशल इन्फ्लुएंस कैन अफेक्ट द बिहेवियर एंड एथिक्स ऑफ पब्लिक एडमिनिस्ट्रेटर्स. The prevailing social norms and values can influence how administrators perceive their role and responsibilities. For instance, in culture that highly value transparency, administrators may be more inclined to make decisions and openly and honestly. Crisis response communication. During crisis, social influence significantly impact the public administration. Effective crisis management often involves utilization of social influence in disseminate accurate information, rally public support, and implement responsive policy. For instance, during the natural disaster, social influence can drive public administrator to communicate safety measures effectively and coordinate relief efforts efficiently based on public perception and concern. Social influence permeates various aspects of public administration, affecting policy choices, decision making processes, community engagement, administrative behavior, and crisis management. Understanding and harnessing social influence can allow administrators to make more informed decisions, better serve the need and aspiration of the public they represent. What do you understand by ethical governance? Elucidate with example. तो ethical governance क्या होता है, इसको elucidate करना है हमको with example. तो ethical governance refers to the practice of governing or managing ethics, such as organizations, institutions, or government, in manner that uphold principles of ethics, integrity, transparency, and accountability. It involves making decisions and implementing policies and procedures that prioritize ethical consideration and moral values. Transparency, foundational to ethical governance, it demands clear and understandable public decision. For instance, India's Right to Information Act empowers citizens to access government information, fostering transparency. Accountability. In the ethical governance, public servants take responsibility for their action, facing consequences for misconduct. Equity and justice, ensuring fair treatment, for all, regardless of background, is a priority. India's social economic caste census target resources to improvised families, ensuring equitable distribution. Participation. Ethical governance foster inclusive decision making involving all stakeholders. India's Panchayati Raj institutions empower local communities in decision affecting them. Integrity. Operating with sincerity and honesty is essential. CVC oversees government integrity, minimizing corruption. Responsiveness. Swift action, especially during crisis, is integral. Government responses during events like natural disaster or COVID-19 pandemic showcase this aspects. Foresight. Ethical governance consider future generations evident in policies addressing issues like climate change such as Paris Agreement. In an era marked by complex challenges and rapid advancement, the need for ethical governance has never been more pronounced. From environmental sustainability to technological innovation, from social equity to potential transparency, ethical governance provides the framework through which societies navigate dilemmas and chart to course towards more just and sustainable future. India's Swachh Bharat Abhiyan focuses on cleanliness is testament to such government principles. Moving to the next question, while formulating public policies, a civil servant must safely focus on the public welfare, and while implementing those policies, he must have foresight to infer possible unexpected consequences. Do you agree with this situation? Give argument and justification of your answer. Public policies serve as blueprint that shapes the social, economic and political landscape of nations around the world. Rooted in the aspirations and need of diverse population, public policies represents the collective will of societies to address pressing challenges, seized opportunities and fostering inclusive development.